rather than being a class that flows, we're just gonna do a few movements to help strengthen the shoulders and really become conscious of how we bring the shoulder blades back and down in several yoga asanas. Whether you're an experienced practitioner or you're new, it's always good to practice your Chaturanga. It's when you go from a plank, bending the elbows to 90 degrees, and then up to an Urdhva Mukha. So this movement can sometimes get confused. So basically, sometimes, and here you can just watch, we go from plank, and rather than keeping our elbows tucked in for Urdhva Mukha, or for Chaturanga, we bend our elbows out. And this can cause, over the long term, it can cause problems in the shoulders. So you really want to keep elbows in, and then from here, you slide up. So we're going to be doing a few exercises to help practice that. Practice keeping the elbows tucked in. So we start on all 4 points. Hands separated, shoulders width apart, knees separated, hips width apart. You tuck the tailbone in, tuck the belly button in, and then here we bring the shoulder blades together, sink in, and we bring the shoulder blades apart, rounding the back. Again, bring them together, sink in, take them apart, round the back. Sink in, round the back. You're keeping the elbows, continue at your own pace. You're keeping the elbows firm, aligned with elbows are aligned with shoulders and with wrists. So on the next one, I'm sinking in, I'm rounding the back, and now again I'm going to sink in. So this is known as a cow position. So I'll lift the gaze, retract the shoulders, and now go forward. 1, and go back. Forward 1, back 2, forward 1, back 3, forward 1, back 4, forward 1, back 5, and center. Now I'm going to round the back. And really try to round it as much as you can. This is cat. And now, forward 1, back 1, forward 1, back 2, forward 1, back 3, forward 1, back 4, forward 1, back 5, back to center, sink in, round the back. And now this time, take the right foot to the outer part of the right hand. Bring the right hand to the knee. You can leave the left hand with the fingertips pointed. That way you have a little more space. And now you're going to inhale, open the knee, open the chest. Exhale, lengthen the leg. And you may need to walk it forward a bit just so that you can keep the back leg at a 90-degree angle. So then back, inhale, open, knee and open hip and chest. Exhale back, 1, open. Exhale back, 2, open. Exhale back, 3, open. Exhale back, 4, open. Exhale back, 5. Plant the right hand down, plant the left hand down. Take the right knee back. Now again, let's sink in, joining the shoulder blades together, neutralizing the pelvis. Exhale, round the back. Inhale, sink in. Exhale, round the back. One more. Inhale, sink in. Elbows close to the body. Exhale, round the back. And now, left foot goes to the outer part of the left hand. Bring the left hand to the left knee, and you're going to open both the knee and the chest and then lengthen the leg. So open knee and chest, and then exhale, lengthen the leg. You may need to walk the heel a bit further forward so that you get a 90-degree angle here in the right leg. So again, open and lengthen, 1, open, lengthen, 2, open, lengthen, 3, open, lengthen, 4, open, lengthen, 5. Plant the left hand down, right hand down, left knee back. And now this time, I'm gonna plant the toes on the ground, take the hips up and back, sort of like to a downward dog, except I'm gonna walk the feet a bit further. So, if my heels don't touch the floor, that's okay. I wanna push so I can keep the knees bent and push the mat with my hands. And then this way you're lengthening the back. And what we're gonna do now is go down into a squat. And then here, hands together at heart center, malasana. Hands back down, hips back up, stretch. So we'll do that 5 times. So down, malasana, 1. Hands down, hips up, hips down, hands together, 2. Hands down, hips up, hips down, hands together, 3. Hands down, hips up, hips down, hands together, 4. Last one, hands down, hips up. Breathe here. Push the mat. Exhale down, hands together. Malasana, 5. This is a really good hip opening exercise. If you were to get into a full malasana, then you would be taking one arm out, one arm up. You could go for a bind. And then the other side, left arm to the left side, right arm up. See if maybe there's more flexibility on this side. And then return both hands together. Both hands down to the mat. Knees down to the mat, walk them out. And now we're just going to do a few sun salutations. So we will take the hips up and back again. And this time walk the feet towards the hands. Lengthen the spine. Flex the torso down. And inhale up. Torso up, arms up, palms together. Eyes on the thumbs. Exhale, hands down to the sides. So for the sun salutation, hips are separated. Feet are separated, hips width apart. The pelvis is slightly towards the front, neutralizing the back there, the lower back. Chest is open, hands are open, projected towards the front of the mat. And now from here, you inhale, lift the arms, palms together, eyes on the thumbs. Tuck the belly button in, fold forward, hands on the shins or on the mat. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, walk right foot back, walk left foot back. Bend the elbows 90 degrees, knees on the ground, chest on the ground. Inhale, slide forward. Exhale, take the hips back, tuck the toes in, and lift the hips up. Breathe here. 1. 2. 3. Gaze forward, get on your tippy toes, bend the knees, walk the right foot in between the hands, bend the left foot, lengthen the back, flex the torso, inhale up, bring the torso up, bring the arms up, palms together, eyes on the thumbs, exhale, arms down to the sides. So that was a sun salutation or Surya Namaskara with a modification. Normally, we don't go into that position, Ashtangasana, where the knees go down onto the floor. But it's just a way to begin to warm up. So we'll do one again like that. So lift the arms, palms together, gaze at the thumbs. Exhale, fold forward, hands on the shins or on the mat. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, bend the knees, hands on the mat, right foot back, left foot back. Bend the elbows 90 degrees, knees, chest, chin on the floor. Inhale, slide forward, roll the shoulders back, open the chest. Exhale, tuck the toes in, take the hips back and up. Breathe here. If the heels don't touch the ground, micro bend the knees. Push the mat with your hands, lengthening the sides. Let the head hang. And on the next exhale, take the heels a bit further down. Tuck the belly button in for more space. Inhale, gaze forward. Get on your tippy toes. Bend the knees. Walk the left foot, then the right foot forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine, retract the shoulders. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift the torso, lift the arms, palms together. Exhale, hands down to the side. One more. Inhale, lift the arms, palms together, gaze at the thumbs. Exhale, fold forward, hands to the shins or to the mat. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, bend the knees, left foot back, right foot back. Bend the elbows 90 degrees, chin, chest, and knees on the ground. Inhale, slide forward, open the chest. Exhale, tuck the toes in, hips back and up. Breathe here in downward dog. One more breath. Inhale, gaze forward. Get on the tippy toes. Exhale, bend the knees. Right foot in between the hands, then the left foot. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift the torso. Lift the arms, palms together. Exhale, hands down to the sides. We're going to do one more, and we're going to come onto our knees. Inhale, lift the arms, palms together. Exhale, fold forward. Tuck the belly button in. Hands on the mat or on the shin. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, walk the feet back. Bend the elbows 90 degrees. Knees on the ground. Take the hips back. Lengthen the arms. And now come onto 4 points. So, since we're practicing our Chaturanga today, we can walk the knees back a bit further so there's a bit more length between knees and wrists. Toes are tucked in. And now you're going to inhale, lift the knees, round the back slightly, and take the shoulders over the wrists. Now push the heels back, shoulders over the wrists, push the heels back, neck is neutral. Inhale, over the wrist, shoulders over the wrist. Push the heels back, 2 more. Shoulders go over the wrist, push the heels back. Go over the wrist, push the heels back, and take the knees to the floor. All right, now we're going to bend the elbows 90 degrees, and we're going to take the crown of the head onto the ground. So we'll bend the elbows at 90, keeping the elbows tucked, and then we'll slide forward, crown of the head on the floor, and then we'll come back up. All right, so we'll stretch it out, and now this is even tough. This is tough for me. Just a few weeks ago, I had a shoulder injury and couldn't do this. So we can even, if you want to try, first with the knees on the ground, you can, and that way you're focusing more on tucking the elbows in. If you find that that's too easy, then you can lift the knees. So bend the elbows at 90 degrees, go forward, crown of the head on the ground, come back up. Bend the elbows at 90 degrees, go forward, crown of the head on the ground, come back up. Bend the elbows at 90 degrees. Go forward, crown of the head on the ground. Come up, go forward, bend the elbows at 90 degrees. More forward, crown of the head on the ground. Come up, one more. Align wrists and elbows. Bend the elbows at 90. Go forward, crown of the head on the ground. Come up. All right. Now this time we're going to be bending the elbows at 90 degrees and just sliding forward, projecting the chin forward. So it'll look something like this. You bend at 90 and then just go forward and come back. All right. So we'll do 5 of those. And again, it's keeping the triceps wrapped behind you. So triceps and elbows pointing towards the knees. So all of the joints in the arm are aligned. So wrists, elbows, shoulders. Bend at 90. Go forward. Come back. Come up. Align. Bend at 90. Go forward. Come back. Align. Bend at 90. Go forward. Come back. Align. Bend at 90. Go forward. Come back. 2 more. Align. Bend at 90. Go forward. Come back. Align. Bend at 90. Last one. Go forward. Come back. Take a breath here. Now we're going to go to a plank and lift. So you're lifting the knees off the ground and we're putting them back down. We'll do that 4 more times. Lift the knees. Come back down. Lift the knees. Come back down. Neck is neutral. Lift the knees. 2 more. Come back down. Lift the knees. Come back down. Squeeze the hands. Lift the knees. Come back down. 1 more. Lift the knees. Come back down. Take the sit bones back towards the heels. And now, come to a plank. Draw the right knee into the chest. And now place it onto the mat. Tuck the toes in. And so what we're going to do now is lift the knee to the chest 5 times, strengthening the core here. All right? And we're going to be pointing the right toes. So come up 1, tap the knee down, come up 2, tap the knee down, come up 3, tap the knee down, come up 4, tap the knee down, come up 5, tap the knee down. Now take the right knee directly behind the right hand and plant the left heel so that it's behind the right toes, the toes on the right foot. Take the left hand onto the right side. You can tuck the right toes in, or you can leave the tops of the feet flat on the mat. You may have to step the right hand forward a bit and lift the left arm. You're seeking balance here. Now, to make this a bit easier, you can walk the right foot out and tuck the toes in. And now this will allow you to lift the left foot even easier. So lift 1, lift 2, 3 more, lift 3, lift 4, tight core, lift 5. Left hand down, left knee down, right knee's aligned. Now we're going to go back to a plank. We'll do the movement 5 times. So take the knees up, hold, and come down. Take the knees up, hold, come down, neutral neck. Take the knee up, down. Take the knees up, down. Last one. Take the knees up, down. Now next time I come up to a plank, I'll take the left knee towards the chest. So I go to plank, left knee towards chest, and I let it drop to the front, or to the center of the mat. And now again, just as I did on the other side, lift the knee to chest 5 times, pushing the right heel back. Lift up 1, tap it down, lift up 2, tap it down, lift up 3, tap it down, lift up 4, tap it down, try to round the back, lift up 5, tap it down. Now left knee behind the right hand, or left hand, I'm sorry, and the right heel behind the toes of the left foot. Lift the right hand up, grab the side of the body. You may have to walk the left hand forward a bit, gaze up, lift the right hand, retract the shoulder. You can stay here, you can tuck the toes in and take the left foot out, and here, lift up. So, lift 1, lift 2, this is the right foot, lift 3, lift 4, gazing at the right hand, lift 5. Right hand down, right knee down, left knee next to it. Alright, now we're going to go to a plank and a full Chaturanga, and then come back up to standing. So, walk the feet out, push the heels back, and now bend the elbows at 90 degrees, slide forward, push the hips up and towards the wrist, roll the shoulders back, go back to plank. So let's try that movement several times. Bend the elbows at 90 degrees, keeping elbows tucked, and slide the hips forward towards the wrist. Roll the shoulders back. Exhale back to plank. You can even keep the toes tucked in. So bend the shoulders, or bend the elbows at 90 degrees and come up, taking the hips towards the wrist. Go back to plank. One last time. Bend the elbows at 90 degrees and roll forward. Take the knees on the mat, stretch it out. And again, plank. Triceps and elbows are pulled back, neck is extended. Bend the elbows at 90 degrees, roll forward. Exhale, take the hips up and back. Breathe here. Inhale, gaze forward, get on the tippy toes, bend the knees, and now you're going to cross the feet as you jump in the air and land in the middle of the mat. Here. And now one other jump will sit you right in the middle. Extend the left foot out, tuck the right foot in the inner left thigh, and then inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold forward, walk the hands. You can stay here, you can grab onto the shin. If you want to make sure you're not pulling, you can interlace the elbows behind the back. Inhale, raise the torso and switch legs up. So right leg forward, left foot on the inner right thigh. So inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, tuck the belly button in, walk the hands forward. You can grab onto the shin, you can grab onto the feet, or you can interlace the elbows. Breathe whichever one you selected, and with every exhalation, try to fold forward a little bit more. Inhale, come back up. And now, I'm going to tuck the right heel close to the left sit bone and fold the left foot over it. Both of the heels in my foot are active, so they're pushing out. Torso is as straight as can be here. And now, I'm going to try to interlace the hands behind the back. So take right arm up, grab the elbow, and take the forearm down the spine. Left arm goes behind, and the forearm goes up the spine. You try to interlace the fingertips. And now inhale here and exhale. And just hold here, breathe a bit. See how you're creating space in the hips and in the shoulders. If you manage to interlace the fingers, slowly, and even if you didn't, slowly let go of the bind. Walk the hands in front of you. Tuck the belly button in and start to fold forward over the knees. Pushing the heels of both feet, and you can feel the stretch in the hips. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release. Whichever foot was on top now goes on the bottom, so my left foot and left heel will go towards my right sit bone. My right leg will go over. And now my right arm was over before. So now my left arm is on the top. Left forearm is going down the spine. Right arm behind. And right forearm up the spine. Try to interlace the fingers and breathe here, keeping the spine as straight as possible, as the crown as elevated as can be. Pushing with the heels of both feet. Let go of the bind, release the arms slowly. Walk the hands in front of you, lengthen the spine, tuck the belly button in and fold forward. Raise this back. Let go of the bind in the legs. Plant the feet on the ground and slowly roll back. You're going to tuck the knees to the chest. Lay the back on the ground. Take the right arm into a cactus position, so arm is at 90 degrees. And take the knees also at 90 degrees to the left hand side. Twist to the left, tuck the belly button in. Try to keep the right shoulder on the ground. Breathe into the twist here. Gaze at the right hand. Hug the knees to the chest again. Raise the torso. Exhale, back is down on the mat. Take the left arm to a cactus position, so at 90 degrees. And take the knees also at 90 degrees to the right hand side. Twist. Tuck the belly button in for more space. And try to keep the left elbow on the ground. Gazing at the left hand. Let go of the twist, lay back on your back, take the knees to the chest and head to the knees. Squeeze everything, scrunch your face, and exhale, release. Feet go to opposite ends of the mat, pinky toes make their way to the floor, the chin is slightly tucked towards the chest. Palms of the hands are facing up and arms are to the sides of the body. Take one deep breath here. And hold it. And exhale through the mouth. One other deep breath, fill the belly. Hold it. Exhale through the mouth. Last one. Deep breath, fill the belly, fill the chest. Hold it. Exhale, feel how the body melts onto the mat. Keep the eyes closed. Shavasana. Stay here as long as you'd like. For the next class, there will be more of a flow, but these are essential movements that will help you practice without injuring yourself. Namaste.